What up, squad? What's going on? A little different background tonight, but thanks for being here for another live stream. Jeff E. What's up, Justin Bayola? I think I saw Eric in there. Bon Rogers, Chris Noddy, Mike K, Ben Anderson. The Mountain Youth, Bradley Rounds. What up, Justin from Alta? What up, squad? Stoked this high Blizzard Day at Alta. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I didn't even really realize we hit 65,000. I feel like I kind of got to a point where I stopped looking at it that much, but yeah, 65,000. A little bit each day. What's up, guys? Tucker Crosby, what's going on? Jacob Grabowski, Mark Finkelstein, Matt Edwards, what's going on, Matt? Man's Art Projects, Sylvie Leeds, Caleb, BJ Reddy, Justin, member for 30 months. Justin, I think you might have the record. Don't quote me on that because there are a few other OGs, but that's about as long as it gets, man. 30 months. Thank you, brother. What's up, Hugo First? Coming to Finding the Mountains, Utah. Here we come. Heck yeah. Cop, some of your stickers couldn't be cooler. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you like the stickers. Deep cold around 16 with 25, but we got a rope drop for Storm and Norman. Third chair of the season. Congrats. It has been stormy. I want a new badge. There is another badge. There's actually one more badge. I need to, but I think there is another badge. What up, Caleb? FNAF lore. What up, Odin Gruben? Some of your guys' names, I'm like, can't even pronounce them. Matt Edwards says dinner, Italian grilled cheese, salami, mortadella, capicola, ham, pepperoni, American cheese, provolone. Damn, that sounds really good, man. I don't think I've ever had an Italian grilled cheese. I'm going to British Columbia in about 2 weeks, and I'm going to Kicking Horse and Revelstoke. Matt Edwards, I'm up at Snowbird. I'll be skiing Snowbird tomorrow. So I guess I'm kind of in Park City area, but yeah, I'm just up at the Bird. Headed to Park City first time. Loving the stickers and sweatshirt. Andrew, enjoy, my friend. It's pretty good. At least you have everything open. And thank you for copping some stickers and a sweatshirt. I'm glad you like it. Happy to have found you before I head up Utah for 6 days of skiing last week. Nice. Thanks for being here. If I don't know 50, will you cut a decently sized piece of your hair off? No, I will not. So don't, and I don't even know what decently sized piece means. Must have got some high winds. Yeah, did you see that? That was crazy. In my whole time skiing Park City, I've never seen that big of that sign fall over. And the whole thing was just on its face. Oh, some prosciutto too. Breckenridge for the storm. Oh, the snow is in Utah. Snow is great. Snow is good. It's an interesting storm, but yeah, I would like to think Utah has some of the most snow in the country right now. Headed to Revy February 15th. Nice. Just let your membership expire and you can start. I think even if you let it expire for a month, when you rejoin, you get the membership badge that you had. Snow coming down here in Sweden. Would recommend air, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. Yeah, I checked my PO box today, and I think I went on Friday. Problem is, I guess it's not a problem, but if you guys send me stuff, especially if it's through Amazon, there's not usually a receipt. So I end up getting some coffee. I got some olive oil, and I got some chili paste. But I don't know who it's from. It doesn't have like a note in it from who it's from. So if you sent one of those things, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I am flying into British Columbia when I go there in 2 weeks or so. Heavy danger is very high. Just listening to the wind in your video made me feel cold. Yeah, it was very cold storm. Oftentimes when you get a storm, it's not typically that cold. And so, yeah, it was very cold. The wind chills were oftentimes in the negative, like -10, -5. So cold, windy. Are you going to go skiing today? Well, seeing as it's 6 o'clock at night right now, my friend, yeah, I mean, no skiing right now, but I'm planning on going skiing tomorrow. I don't ever ski the East Coast, no. Heading to Powder Mountain, Park City, and Alta. Nice. I'm going to hit up Powder Mountain soon. I was thinking about going Friday, but definitely want to hit up Pow Mau. Saying the Tandem Coffee, hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for all the content. Awesome. I believe that's the coffee from New England. It comes in like a little brown bag. Very, very good coffee, actually. Very good. I don't know what kind of flavor you'd put that in, but I do like that type of coffee. I know they're just about what size poles do you normally rock. My poles are typically 42 inches long, which I believe comes out to around 100 centimeters, 103 centimeters, but they're typically 42 inches. Tucker Crosby, welcome back to the Stoke Squad, my friend. Thank you. Chris Noddy kicking off the Stoke button. Thank you, my friend. Just enjoying the Stoke 1999. Chris, the truck looks great, man. Truck looks great. I've been going back and forth with the van. I potentially might sell the van and look into something else, but I haven't really got that far yet. But truck looks great, man. Looks like Mammoth's getting some snow this weekend. Jay, what's going on, man? I was going to be at the Bird tomorrow too, but something came up with work. What's next week? That'll probably be a good time. I think we're supposed to get like little dustings throughout the weekend, and up here you never know. But I did hear that the recent snow today was very nice, on top of the sort of wind blownness. But Jay, I think I saw that did you get new Declivities 102s? Are those new skis? I've been seeing them on your Instagram. They look sweet. Today was sick though, dude. It was nuking in Park City. Have you ever been skiing in Japan? I've never been to Japan. Never been skiing there. Going to Winter Park soon. Any recommendations? I would just ski the Mary Jane side. The circuit at the top is pretty fun, but I would just stick to the Mary Jane side if you like more of advanced skiing. I would not recommend the 116 JJ for a normal day. That is a powder ski. So I think you would find that very frustrating to use on an everyday basis. So I would not recommend the 116 JJ for a normal day of skiing. Jay with the 5 gifted. Jay, thank you for 5 gifted. I appreciate you, man. Mike K, Chris Noddy, Bon, Andrew, Jacob. Welcome courtesy of Jay. Mike, Chris, Bon, Andrew, Jacob. Chris got the membership back. Let's go. I used to live at Mammoth Lake, says the Mountain Youth. Nice, man. And Bon with the 1999. I appreciate you, Bon. Just some Stoke since the East got snow. How much did you guys get out there? Thank you for the 1999, man. I'm glad to see that everyone is getting snow, from Pacific Northwest to Colorado to even the East Coast. Pulling a weekend, asked from the fam, then hitting road with my 10-year-old son. What are your March plans? The Stoke Squad meetup is March 9th and 10th. I don't know if you guys are going to be in Park City or Utah then, but that is like an official meetup where we can all sort of meet each other and ski together. March 9th and 10th is the meetup. March 15th to the 19th, I'm going back up to British Columbia for a heli skiing trip. But yeah, the meetup is a great time for us to do literally just that. Note to self: never race you up a cat track there for a rope drop. Footage is awesome. Oh man, I've been doing that for so long, and it's something that it's such a unique rope drop because it is a race to the lift. A lot of times, rope drops, the terrain's right in front of you, but the rope drops and you still have to get down to the lift. So it's a really fun thing. I was using 121s and I got kind of thrown off guard with how they dropped the rope, but I love doing that race. Eric with the 5 gifted. Thank you, Eric, Michael, Wyatt, Roberto, Noah, Stangle Dangles, and Paul Brown. Welcome. Alta or Snow Basin? I'm going to have to go with Alta just for the snowfall, the snowpack, the terrain. But Snow Basin, I think, is a great mountain as well. They've been having a great year also. So you really can't go wrong. But if I had to pick one, I'm going with Alta. What's up, Joe? Lost track of what day it is. Lucas live stream day. Favorite mountain in Colorado? Probably Arapahoe Basin. I like A Basin, Steamboat. I enjoyed my time at Telluride. I think Aspen, Snowmass, and Highlands are also great. There's a lot of great mountains in Colorado. Kevin Graham, 10 months. Says, damn, getting close to a year. Thank you for the 10 months, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Chaz, what's going on? Snowing hard in the PNW. Nice. Three in Philly, 3 more on Friday. Watch a video from you season 2. We filmed as much of the van life intro, making breakfast. Yeah, to be honest, I just haven't really been spending much time in the van. The van just really doesn't work. It's been a total headache and very frustrating. So I haven't spent as much time in the van. So I don't have that content to show. I mean, I guess I could film more of me driving to the mountains, but you know, it's 50-50. I feel like some people like that stuff and other people are really just here for the skiing. So yeah, I guess it has been a conscious choice, but it's mostly just because I haven't really spent time in the van. Season 2, I spent a lot of time in the van. Even last year, season 3, I spent a lot of time in the van. This season, I just haven't really spent too much time in the van outside of the early season trip to Colorado. Not a ton of snow in the Mohawk Valley, but cold down there blowing. That's good. I think that's the most important part is that it's cold. That way, hopefully, rain doesn't come and wash it away. How do your Armadas feel? Your Armadas feel great. Wyatt, I think I already answered this, man. I was just saying the Cirque and just the Mary Jane area in general. I haven't really been to Winter Park too much, but the Mary Jane side of the mountain has the more fun terrain. Seasoning my new 12-inch cast iron pan with what comes with a lid from the Sam the Cooking Guy. Wow. I think we're going to get some dinner at one of these restaurants here. That's our only option. They're actually closing the road tonight. I kind of forgot that detail. They're closing Little Cottonwood tonight at 12:30. Estimated opening at 8:30 in the morning. So kind of cool. We're up here. The road's going to be closed for avalanche control. But they are calling for 3 to 5 inches tonight up here, so it could be a nice little pow day tomorrow. Have you skied the East Wall A Basin? Yeah, I used to ski the East Wall a ton. I used to live in Colorado, and I would go up there and hike the East Wall 2-3 times, ski North Pole, first notch, second notch, Willie's Wide, snorkel door, the trees at the end, and then I'd go back to my place. So yeah, ski the East Wall a lot. Yeah, that's some very legit terrain. Are you going anywhere in Washington this year? I don't have any plans. I would love to. Right now with the way the shape of the van, it's just not super on my radar to travel much. Unfortunately. So yeah, if I could get the van figured out, I'd love to go on a trip, but The problem is no one will really help me with the van because they didn't build it. So a lot of times the answer I get is we didn't put the heater in, so we can't help you with it. So it's kind of like, Tuned in and celebrating my birthday in Kentucky, heading to Colorado. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in on your birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. Yeah, I don't think I'd get an RV, Justin. I think I would. The biggest thing is I need 4-wheel drive. That's something I just get super stressed about. Yeah, something I get really stressed about. I mean, Luna does well, but like even today, the parking lot's filled with snow. There's probably a foot up here. And just trying to pull into the parking lot, like, you know, I think I need 4-wheel drive, whether that's another 4-wheel Sprinter or another vehicle with some sort of living capability. I don't think nothing's gonna be as friendly as a Sprinter van, but yeah, 4-wheel drive is a must in whatever vehicle I get next. That's something that's been really difficult for me. Heading out to Steamboat for the first time. Any tips? Not really. I've only been to Steamboat once. I don't have a lot of experience there. I know they put a new gondola in and whatnot. I'm only 10. I'm trying to get to do Rambo. Just pray it opens. Nice, man. 10 years old. Have you ever played Grand Mountain Adventure? I don't know. I have not. Glad I made it to live. Hope to see some of you in Jackson Hole, RK. What's going on, man? RVs have 4-wheel. Jay says I'll split a hotel with you at Steamboat. I'll even drive. Man. Four-wheel RV so you get a shower. I just feel like RVs are they're a little too big. If anything, I'd rather go with like a truck and a truck camper on the back. I think that's a good option. It would be cool to have something with more off-road capability, even for summer adventures and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I don't even think, like, I ordered different chains. I think one of the problems is the chains that I have for Luna they're beasts of chains, but they're very, very sort of, they're very intense to put on. So I ordered different chains. Maybe that'll help. But the issue is more with the way the chains work in Little Cottonwood. And I've talked about this before, but they have the chain up area at the base, and from the base of the canyon all the way up to entry 1 at Snowbird, it is like just a wet road. There's not even snow on the ground. And so to put chains on and then drive up asphalt for like 9 miles, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. So I think the way the chain logistics are for Little Cottonwood are very sort of, they just don't make sense to me. I feel like they need another area to be able to chain up safely. And I get that there's slide areas in Little Cottonwood and stuff like that. So whatever, if they need to make some more of like a concrete sort of shelter barrier like they do in BC that goes over the road, right? But to tell people to chain up when it's not even snow on the ground until you get to Snowbird, you're going to put chains on and then just drive on asphalt. It really doesn't make sense. I've never been up here when they've interlodged and stuff, so I don't think the road will be really... I think they'll get the road open. I think they're just doing some more maintenance, but... Would you consider Winnebago Revel? No, I would not. I would not get a van that's built out by someone else or anything like that, because I don't want to hear from people that I bought a pre-built van. I don't want to hear it. One thing I can say to people when they give me shit for my van is that I spent the time to actually build it. So I would never buy a pre-built van from anyone. Did you look at the modified shovel racing clip I sent last week? I did not. I saw it in the Discord, but I did not watch it, to be honest, Eric. What skis would you recommend for an intermediate all-mountain skier? Probably the Nordica Enforcer. I'm just going to skip down. Any mountains you know that are fully open anywhere? I think every mountain in the West, every mountain in Utah is fully open. Have you heard of Romp Skis? Check them out. They're based in Gunnison. I have not, man. Romp Skis. On 50 until they just move. See, that makes sense, MR2. I agree with that. Because there are times, sure, when like the bottom of Little Cottonwood is snowy. I get that. So that would make some more sense. But oftentimes what happens in Utah is Salt Lake, a lot of times is raining or it's even dry. And there's just like this pocket of snow that sits up at Elton Snowbird. So I would be for moving the chain control area around. But they don't have anywhere else that's a designated chain up area in the canyon. You're going to make a trip to New England. I am not going to, my friend. I grew up in the East Coast. I grew up in Syracuse, New York. I have no desire to go back. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love skiing out west. And yeah, are you going to Canada this year? I'm going to Canada in about 2 weeks. And then I'll be back again in March. I've never skied full tilt drop kicks, my friend. If I was going to get a season pass for my local area, I would get an Alta Snowbird pass. But if you're not necessarily looking to just ski Alta Bird, the Icon Pass is probably your next best bet for Utah. I was at Eldora early in the season, and I went to Eldora years ago when I used to live in Colorado. I was so concerned my first time I went to Salt Lake, no snow in the city, but the mountains were packed. Yep, that's very typical, and that's something that, and I'm going to use Tahoe as an example because it's one place that comes to my mind. Like when you drive up to Palisades and Alpine Meadows, right, and it's nuking snow. You drive back down the road, it's still nuking snow. You can't get away from it. I think one of the things that makes... I mean, you could drive down to, like, Reno, right, or something. But one of the things that makes Little Cottonwood really cool is you can be up here and it's blizzarding, and you drive down the canyon back into Salt Lake, and it's, like, not even snowing out. So, pretty cool sort of dynamic. Are you going to Jackson Hole this year? I probably will go to Jackson because my sister lives up there. Man, I have like some scratch in my throat, so. Ooh. Skied my first powder this season, Dust on Crust. Have you ever considered hiring a filmer? Not really, to be honest. One, because I can't afford it. And two, I just think the logistics of it is very difficult. Yeah. Can't afford it, and I just think some of the areas that we go into would be rather difficult to get a filmer, and I think the POV first person sort of filming, whether it's me holding a pole out or not, is more relatable than me hiring a filmer to get third person sort of shots. I think they're nice to add in there. I'm not saying that, but I think, yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. It's more or less just the money thing and just the pace of skiing, and you know, then I gotta buy them a pass. I have to, if they destroy their equipment because they hit a rock, I gotta pay for their equipment. You know, if they get hurt, you know, I mean, there's kind of a lot more to it. And I just think whenever I just watch clips of, like, I'm not good enough to just have third person footage of me. You know, that's like for Sammy Carlson or those sorts of people. Nice, Whistler. Nice, Bradley. Utah was great. My legs are still sore. Yeah, honestly, Thursday was the best day of the storm cycle. I was at Snowbird. It sounds like you were out at the Bird also. That was definitely like the deepest blower sort of traditional Utah day. Get a 4x4 truck, build your own camper. Yeah. Thinking something like that, or even like a 4Runner could be cool. I don't know. I'm just right now. I'm just in this weird spot. I mean, I love the van. I put my heart and soul into that thing. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm just pissed about the heater. Like, I'm just pissed about the inconsistency, because when the van works, it's incredible. I've had the best adventures of my life with the van. If you guys have been following along, you've seen that, whether it's the Tahoe Superstorms or the trip up in the Pacific Northwest and stuff like that. So it's incredible when the van works and she's so comfortable, but I just can't bank on her. Lucas, when you go to the Bird, are you trekking all the way through? Yeah, there's no other way to get to Snowbird from Park City. You have to go down. You have to go 80, 215, and then up the canyon. When's the next time you plan on skiing at Park City? I don't know. Maybe this coming weekend, or maybe early next week. Andrew. Thank you for that $19.99, Andrew. Thanks for being you. I appreciate that super sticker, my friend. Thank you very much. And Drew, Big Sky in March, hope they get some snow. Yeah, they probably will. That's the only problem with Big Sky, is it can kind of be rather inconsistent. The extendable pole that I use is called the Backpack 270S, I believe. Backpack Pro 270S is the pole that I use for the Max. I use GoPro. I don't use Insta360. Keep up the great work. I love your videos. I'm World. Thank you very much. What's up, squad? Content on Meetup. What's going on, Mark? Hello, hello. Heading snowboard tomorrow for the first time, and I'm so stoked. Any advice? I guess it depends what you're looking for, Sean. I would think they'll open just about everything other than Mineral Basin tomorrow, so you'll have your fair share of gnarly stuff off the Cirque. I did hear Baldy got ripped up pretty good, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend hitting Baldy because it's going to be super rocky and just stuff kind of slid down to, the base. I heard Tower 3 slid, so that's going to be kind of rocky, but Great Scott I heard is really nice. The other side of the Cirque is good. Gad 2 has some fun steep trees. You know, just enjoy it. Mark, Eric, what's up, Lewis? Eddie. What's up, New Hampshire skier biker? Yep, Luna's special. She's getting old. Yeah. I don't know. I just need like some support. That's like the thing. I'm like so stumped with the heater and I don't know what to do. And I think it's such a easy fix, but everything works. And I just spent so much money this year on Luna, and I just had her all serviced. I had new glow plugs put in. Like I put a lot of money from a mechanical side. Like, she's still very young. She only has 115,000 miles on her as a diesel, you know, so I put in new lithium batteries this year. Like, man, I can't give up on Luna. It's just the way it is. What up, Roberto? How's life treating you? Not bad, dude. Can't complain. I'm up here at the Cliff Lodge tonight for a night courtesy of Snowbird. So very, very kind of them. Just hanging out. Going to try to ski some POW or whatnot. Might not even be POW, but just going to be up here. The best skis I've ever skied, This is kind of a tough question because best, I would say like my most favorite sort of versatile skis is my Armada JJ. I've just used that ski so much. I think that from a performance standpoint, I think the White Walker is probably the best ski I've used. But yeah, the JJ is kind of just would be my go-to. If I didn't know what I'm getting myself into, I'm taking the JJ. When did you start skiing? Yeah, 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Been skiing for 25 years. Got my first day back, and thank you for everything, brother. Love to hear that, dude. All the equipment workout fine, dude. Grilled cheese number 1 is almost done. Nice. What's your favorite Utah resort aside from Bird, Alta, and PC? So what's my 4th favorite Utah resort? Solitude's sweet. I mean, I like Solitude for sure. I just find it can kind of be an awkward mountain to ski. I like Deer Valley a lot. I think Deer Valley's a sleeper. Snow Basin is really great also. I might have to go Snow Basin there. I don't know. I like Solitude. Evergreen Peak's fun. A lot of the stuff off Summit Chair you can get into is a lot of fun. What's the backpack they use to hold your skis? That backpack is made from DB Journey. Yeah, the old name was called the Douchebag. That was the company, Douchebags by Yoon Olsen, and so that's what that backpack is from. When you get a chance, you take a look at 4-wheel camper shell models like the Hawk. You build it out just how you want it. Yeah, I mean, there's so many options I could go. I mean, like in a perfect world, I would do a 4x4 Sprinter, because I really love the Sprinter sort of model, and especially for the stuff I do. Like, if I were to sell the van and get anything other than a Sprinter, I really wouldn't be able to produce videos at this quantity when I'm on the road, right? If I had a pop-up camper or a roof tent, like, I just don't have the same power capability from running Starlink and charging batteries and editing at night, you know. So that's why ideally it's another Sprinter van. But a 4-wheel drive Sprinter van, those are just so expensive. I really think what I would do over a truck camper is I think I would do a rooftop tent. Just because I don't, yeah. But I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough because I love the van. You're the man. How many layers are you wearing for Park City? I'm wearing, let's see, 2 base layers and then a mid layer and then my shell. So how many layers is that? 3 layers technically. What kind of heater do you have? I have an Aspar S2 diesel heater. Thoughts on Enforcer 104s? I think the Enforcer is a great ski, probably one of the most sort of versatile all-mountain skis, and the 104 is a great underfoot for just about anything you'll find out west. In my opinion, it's a little narrow for pow skiing, but I think 104, you could kind of use that for just about anything. Rip out the heater, put in a new one. Kind of start from scratch. The problem is it's just an electrical issue. The code it's giving me is it's kind of reading a short or a problem with the fuel pump. So the heater works. It's just there's some sort of electrical issue with the fuel pump specifically. How does that work? You reach out to them directly. The Snowbird has been an interesting... Snowbird reached out to me now, and I just sort of had communication with their marketing person. She saw my videos on YouTube, and we just kind of had a quick conversation of, like, you know, I love skiing the bird, all that sort of stuff. So it became more into a official, unofficial sort of partnership. And she was just like part of being sort of an ambassador of Snowbird, is that I get sort of like these comp nights at the Cliff and stuff like that. And so I hit her up, was like, hey, is there any room? Can I stay up this week? And she was like, yeah, here you go. So it was kind of both. I mean, I hit them up for the room, but it's been sort of What's up, Chin? You definitely need a 4x1 Sprinter network for a Ford. I would say not gonna change this all-wheel drive. Yeah, I would still go with the 4-wheel Sprinter. Transits are sweet, but what editing app do you use? I use a program called Adobe Premiere Pro. It's not really an app, but I just want to say the first time I saw your videos motivated me so much, and that's why I have accounts to Double Blacks. Nice, man. Be safe. Have fun. Take it easy. Dakota the 420 threw in a 3 milli chili upper decky lip pilly. What's up, Dakota? You need the vehicle for utility like shower sheets and sleeps. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're gonna do long-term sort of living, right? Like, especially in the winter, like winter van life, winter nomad life, dude, it's so difficult with the snow. Did you build your van yourself or a company to do it? I built it all myself. Season like 1 of the whole channel, I think it was 2020, is all me building the van. Basically everything is documented. I built it with my dad, Joe. Joe did a lot of the woodworking, but yeah, we built the van from the ground up. You should see what the van started at. It was a really messy work van. I had to rip out all these cabinets, did all the wiring, laid the subfloor, insulated. I mean, everything. Short of cutting holes for the windows, we did everything. I made another video on the money that I spent on the van. The way I built it, it came out to around $11,000 for the build in about 7 months of my time. Favorite resort around Salt Lake is going to be Snowbird. I've never been to Gore Mountain, Evan. My recommendation is to have fun. Enjoy it. What's up, Justin? So sick these relationships are building. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, again, it's not like anything official, but I guess it was just, yeah, I don't know. I at least had correspondence with someone at Snowbird, and that's about it. Coming over right now to join at the Cliff. We literally haven't. I have a room with 2 queen beds. So there's a queen bed available for the first 1 or 2 people who come to room 449 at the Cliff. We can get breakfast in the morning. Go ski pow. What's up, Geezy Gamer? Can you link the deep V shirts you wear? Because I'm trying to show up wearing that for the meetup. Can't just get these anywhere, Chin. I'm sorry, dude. You gotta be qualified. Sender 104. I think the Rosignol Sender is a great ski. I think it's a little bit more orientated towards bigger mountain stuff. It does have metal in it, thus the TI, so I think it'd be a great all mountain ski, similar to the Enforcer. But I've never used it, so I don't know. I mean, I've used Armadas for the past 5 years. You know. Are you gonna do Crested Butte at all? I need to. Crested Butte's definitely one of those that's got to be on my list. Honestly, I just love skiing Alta snowbird. I love really snowbird. Who am I kidding? But yeah, I just love skiing Utah. Buying chest oil right now? No, you're not, dude. Are you in Japan right now, or where are you at? When do you leave? Are you mountain biking in the summer? I most likely will. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it was a good supplement to the channel. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought too much more about summer right now. Those better be plows that are cranking this parking lot out, or else I'm not getting out tomorrow. No, where they're gonna get plowed, but I'm gonna be plowed in. I'm gonna be digging myself out tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy a mountain bike just because they're expensive. Yeah, just a lot of things. I'm really focusing on playing more paintball next year. So that is one of my bigger focus. That's kind of getting underway. Trying to really develop an organization and a team out here. And yeah, I'm just I want to be part of that. So I would say Luna is, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard because it all depends on what someone would pay for her. If I were to sell her, I would list Luna for probably like 60 grand. I would say. Someone might, go either way because she is a 2013, so she's an older sort of van. I'd maybe start at 60, but I could realistically see it going down to 50 probably. But yeah, I don't know. It's very... That's what I think she's worth, 50 grand. But if you were to go to a van builder and buy a new van and have them build it, you're looking at like $180,000, just to give you guys an idea. Do you think the Carve ski system is worth it? I had a call with the Carve guys. I think it's a very cool system. I think what's really unique about Carve is that it would allow people to learn at their own pace, and I think it's kind of bringing this sort of AI learning into the ski industry, which I think is welcomed, because not everyone, one, can afford lessons, and two, necessarily wants to go that route. With that being said, I do think there's a lot more. I think it's worthwhile if you're gonna spend $400 or whatever it is on Carve. I think it's worth it spending the money on getting custom insoles for your boots and having properly fitted boots. And I also don't think there's replacement for like actual in-person learning. But if you're kind of one of those people who have done lessons and you kind of just want a little system to help push you when you're on the mountain, I think the Carve sounds cool. I've never used it and don't know like too much about it, but I would be interested to see how it performs on off-piste things. I think it's one thing when you're on a smooth corduroy groomer where the skis and the boots are sort of very fluid and kind of consistent, but what happens when you get into powder or like off-piste chunder and like your shit is just more sporadic? Like, is it going to be able to really measure you accurately? And then know how much can sensors underneath your sort of liner and shell really tell you, how well does it really work is all. And I guess that's kind of my thought on it. I've never used it. Warm lemon and honey, man, for that throat. I know, the problem is we have like nothing. I need like tea. I've been drinking tea, but I feel like I don't have anything here. I gotta find some tea. I always wanted to go to Utah, but the drive is so long and expensive. I'm telling you, you have to get out of CB in March. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Crested Butte. Won't be in Japan till February when I was packing for Japan. Ah, sneaky. How many miles did Luna have when you bought her? She had 54,700 miles. So I have doubled. Have I doubled the miles? 54 times 2. Yeah, so I've doubled the miles at this point. But yeah, 54,000. And no, I've never thought about putting a wrap on Luna because that's just, in my opinion, that is a sure way to get vandalized and broken into. Because reality is there's a lot of people who don't like me and don't like what I do. And so if I had my van up here at Snowbird wrapped with my name on it, I think it's just, you know, a surefire way of telling people that it's my van. I might have camera gear in there. So, yeah, I wouldn't. I think it, like, in a perfect world, it'd be cool. But, yeah, I just don't, not something I want to get into. Revel list for 230,000 new. Yeah, see what I mean? Look up the Storyteller like Overlander. I think those are some of the most expensive Sprinter vans. I think they're even, are they up closer to 300? But yeah, they're mad expensive. Like you can't get. That's why when someone asks me if I'm gonna get a Revel, I'm like, one, I can't afford it, but two, to be honest, and I know you're paying for like the body of the van and like you get a brand new 2024 van, but like. My Luna is way more cozy than the pre-made vans that they make. She just is. Like, a lot of these pre-made vans are like, they don't even have cabinets on the walls. They're just, I look at inside of them, they look like a toolbox. So, that's why, like, yeah, I have a Sprinter van, and from the outside it looks whatever it might look like, but I spent $19,000 on the van, and I built the van for $11,000. So, all in, the van cost me 30, I guess 40,000 you could say now with the boxes and stuff, but significantly cheaper than what you would pay for that these most people are riding around in. So you should try camping, that'd be sick. Hey man, I would recommend checking out some of my videos on my channel because I've done quite a few sort of summer adventures, camping and stuff like that. We call it Sierra Cement. How would you call Park City Wasatch Cement? It's honestly not like that often. I still want to call it cement, especially compared to Sierra Cement. It was definitely dense, though. It just wasn't super blowery. What if I show up to your room with no pants on? I'll meet you at the door without pants on as well. About getting van to explore out west, how hard is it to find parking spots near resorts in Salt Lake, Summit County? I mean, that's a loaded question, to be honest. And like I say, you are sleeping in spots where you're not allowed to sleep in. It's just the truth of it. It is very difficult to find legal overnight parking in the winter, especially when you get into Ski Town. Summit County doesn't allow sleeping in your vehicle at all. So technically, if you're camping at all in your vehicle in Summit County, Colorado, you're breaking the law. So it's very difficult to legally park anywhere. I would say your best bet is truck stops, Loves, Flying J's, Pilots, Trucker America, stuff like that. But oftentimes you don't get a truck stop at the base of a ski town, you know, so it's not impossible and it always works out. You always find a place to sleep at. But it is definitely some sort of, there's there's a lot of logistics to it. What's up, Regina? Cough drops. Cough drops would be nice. I'm so unprepared for tonight. Everyone in Utah got sick. I attribute it to the snowbird day on Thursday because we were so packed into that tram. Everyone was just breathing on each other. I, for one, despise and loathe you, Lucas. Huh. Is that a Utah thing? One of the biggest things I noticed from my first trip to Altenburg is the skiers are pretty rude. But not just ripping the traverses. I don't know. Look, I think I think the community in Utah and stuff is incredible. I just think in Alta and Snowbird specifically, you do have a subset of people who have been skiing here their whole life, or, you know, they're mad at people who come and visit, you know, and that's just unfortunately the way it is. I feel like there's a lot of elitist skiers in Little Cottonwood and Alta specifically. But yeah, you just got to take it for what it is. But I think that really happens anywhere, I feel like. But it can definitely be kind of a tough area to break into. What's up, Owen? Haven't been on the last couple streams. Glad to see you, my friend. How can anyone not like what you do? You're just skiing. Unfortunately, you're just right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've talked about it a bunch before, but it's whatever. There's always something, you know. I get it. I'm not that great of a skier. I don't like Hutt Cliffs, you know, so people think I'm not good. So they see the van. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. But if you can't respect what I'm doing to earn a living, then, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't really care, to be honest. What brand of boxes you got in the back of Luna? They are made by a company called Illuminous out of San Diego. Illuminous. Getting a drum set this Saturday. Very excited to start learning some of that music. Nice, man. I used to play drums when I was really little. Please say my name, the Nacho Skier. What's going on? We'll be at Palma the 31st. Let's go, Blake. I have 2 days there. What are your thoughts on the K2 Poacher? I think K2 makes great skis. One of the leading brands, in my opinion, of skis in all regards, whether it's park skis or big mountain skis. It's like the Highland Bowl worth it for the runs. I think you hike Highlands Bowl for the experience of hiking Highlands Bowl. You know, the exercise, the views, the sort of crossing off your list. I mean, is the run like spectacular? In my opinion, not necessarily. It takes an hour to hike up and arguably 2 minutes to ski down. So take that for what you will. But yeah. Where are you skiing tomorrow? I'm skiing at Snowbird tomorrow. Have you ever planning on going to Powderhorn? No plans as of now, my friend. Hello, Luke from Kentucky. We're going to yearly ski tour to Park City soon. Nice, Kevin. Kentucky to Park City. Also caught the sick bug. Yeah, I think a lot of people in Utah and stuff are sick with whatever this is, but I've definitely gotten better. But I do think the worst thing I did was when I started to get sick, I was going out in the storm this past weekend when it was super windy and cold and just brutal, which takes a toll on your body in general. It's very exhausting storm skiing. And so I was standing outside for those 2 days and it just wrecked me after that. But come to Squaw. You'll find harsh vibes at every turn. I could see Squaw Valley and stuff being like that as well. But I don't know. I think, not to make it super cheesy, but it's also kind of what you sort of attract to. I mean, if you go around thinking everyone's harsh and elitist, then that's what you're going to find. But if you're kind of just out there, grateful to be out there, fortunate, and just sort of smile and say hello to people, typically I find they say hi back. But the only thing, like yesterday when I was skiing Jupiter, or was that yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. There's a traverse through the trees, and there was a kid who obviously was from Spain or something. He was just he didn't speak much English. He tripped on the traverse, and he made this huge backlog of people, which I could understand people getting upset at. But the only thing we can do is just respect them, understand it, and just like not be a dick to them. I could have, anyone could have been like, what are you doing? Get out of the way. But instead, it's like, take your time, man. Get your ski. Figure out your stuff. Like, we're all going to be okay, So I think if we all make it our own duty to just be friendly and kind and just appreciative of what we're doing, I think is the important thing. I mean, I've said it from the beginning, you're out skiing. Like, aren't we, 99% of us are doing this because it's fun. So, I don't know. I do agree with Regina on that. There is etiquette with traverses, and I think, especially Alta, like there's a lot of traverses to get out to places. If you get stuck, if you run out of speed, which happens, don't stand in the middle of traverse. Like I think you need to either go high or low, and you need to be looking behind you, and being aware of people coming up on you, because there's just you're in my opinion, you're at the best place to ski in the country, and the skiers up here are just incredible. And so you're gonna have people who are coming up at you at ridiculous closing speeds, and if you stand in the middle of traverse, it just creates a big backlog. So if you do get stuck on a traverse, no problem, it happens to everyone. Just take 2 steps up on top or 2 steps lower, preferably on top. I'd always go higher on a traverse, and just get out of the way, and then you really shouldn't have that issue. And that deals with etiquette on all other areas too, you know. But yeah, Sundance is actually here this week. Sundance starts Thursday, so Park City's already getting pretty crowded. So, yeah. The rest of the week it was snowy and not groomed. Yeah, man, the storm was pretty crazy. Powder skis is typically defined by a ski with not a lot of camber underneath the foot and a lot of rocker. And a powder ski is typically something that's greater than 110 millimeter underfoot. So a powder ski will allow you to have more flotation in the deep snow, gives you more surface area. And the rocker, typically found on the tip and even on the tail as well, will help you stay above the snow. So there's little characteristics in the geometry of the ski that's going to make it float on deeper snow, where when you're not skiing powder and you're on hard pack groomers, you want different characteristics. So I made a whole video on ski geometry talking about that sort of stuff, but that's typically what people would refer to when they get a powder ski. My dream now is to be a pro big mountain skier, but the hardest part is just to get a sponsor. I mean, look, I'm not a pro skier. I don't have any sponsors, but I would tell you, I would not focus on getting a sponsor. I would focus on skiing, being marketable, being teachable, being coachable. You know, I think that's way more important than just going out trying to find a sponsor. Because someone could give you a free pair of skis, you can say you're sponsored, but that doesn't mean anything. So that's kind of my take on that. Thoughts on the Atomic Backlands? Are those skis? I don't even know what those are. Sound like skis. Atomic Backlands. I'd love to see you make a video skiing the steep gullies. Dude, I skied the steep gullies the first season that they opened, and those are some pretty crazy terrain. Over 40 degrees in pitch, like... We dropped circuit somewhere about 10 minutes after you did your first run on the last Wednesday. It was insane. Lever content, get us hyped. I love the circuit, Snowbird. But I'm stoked to hear that, Greg. Come down to mountain and buy a person. I believe we're on the best bike in the country. We got sick of dirt mixer. I heard that Angel Fire has one of the best, if not the best bike park. That would be a really cool summer adventure, Tucker. This was one of the worst, best, deepest POW days. I agree, Gage. It was very interesting, you know, and I feel like we've skied a lot of POW at this point, and it was definitely one of the more interesting storms. There was like some pockets that were really good, but then other times you had like this really wind buff sort of weirdness to it, so it just wasn't necessarily what you would expect from Utah. Emerald. I grew up in New York. And yeah, unfortunately, I just don't really think I'll go back, man. West Coast skiing is just a little bit different. Thanks, Lucas. Do you mean the long skis with the tip up? A ski with more of a tip up, that's going to be the rocker profile typically. So yeah, a powder ski is going to have more of that tip up. The length of the ski, typically a powder ski might be a little longer, again, for more surface area, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. I would say if you don't know anything, a powder ski is going to, you want to look at the width of the ski. A wider ski is going to be more meant for powder. Favorite on-piste ski, the Armada ARV 106. Mike K, $4.99. Thank you, man. Keep up the good work. 5th super chat. I appreciate you, Mike. Skis have come a long way. They sure have, Bon. Everything have teamed up with a ski shop to demo skis, starting a bunch of skis. That would be fun. It would be cool to try different skis. A bunch of different Armadas. All waiting for me. Just putting on Brain Salty thing there in the favor from Master Chip. I think they're obviously great resorts. I mean, you're still in the Cottonwoods. The snow is great. They get a lot of snow. It's just hard for me to go to those places because Alta and Snowbird are just, they're just, you know, there's nothing better. So if I'm going to come down to the Cottonwoods, I typically find, you know, I just find myself on the Alta and Snowbird. That's all. I still think they're great mountains with great terrain, but they are definitely second to Alta Snowbird. I live in ski in Utah most of the time. Skiing with my kids. I feel like we're almost super kind of helpful. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, of course, I would say the majority of people here are friendly. People are stoked to be out here. And the reality is it just takes one experience to sort of paint a negative picture. So if you were on a traverse at Alta and someone said something to you, you know, that's what you're going to remember. So nice, Charlie Brown, Matt. That's interesting. I'm not even from Utah, so my accent I think would be a New York accent. Utah people speak the best English, huh? Do you need a rocker tip for the tail and powder? Do you need a rocker tip for the tail? Oh, I see what you're saying. You don't need one. I mean, I would say if a ski has both rocker in the tip and tail, it's more versed for pow skiing. A lot of all mountain skis will have a rocker tip and not a tail, which will make it a little bit better for carving. So if you want a true pow ski, rocker tip and tail is the way to go. I have been to Brian Head, Christian. It's cool. I mean, if you want to send the trip down, it's cool. You're skiing kind of in the desert on Red Rocks. They have the highest base elevation of anywhere in Utah. But it just comes back to that original thing. Like, if you go to Snowbird, nothing else really holds a candle to it, especially a mountain down in southern Utah. So if you want more just the experience, I think it's really rad. I think Powder Mountain could be cool. Powder Mountain's a really unique mountain, has sort of bus laps. It's an upside down sort of mountain. So I would recommend Powder Mountain over driving down south. But Brian Head, when it dumps in Brian Head, it's pretty cool. Any suggestions on easier started black runs at Park City? I think Motherlode is a great area at Park City. It's on the Park City side for sort of beginner black runs. Thanes is also a good area. And same with Pioneer, just the lift is slower. But really, Motherlode, Thanes, Pioneer, in my opinion, is kind of the transition into more advanced terrain at Park City. Did you get new goggles? No, I do not. I'm still using the same zipline goggles. You do have New York accent. That's crazy. I didn't think I have a New York accent. How long does it take you to edit your content, say for a 20-minute video? If I put out a 20, I mean, it just depends, right? Like the most recent one I put out didn't have any B-roll in it, so it takes me a little bit less. But I would say on average, it probably takes me about 6 hours. It takes me about a whole day. Typically right now what I'm trying to do is ski for a day, then the next day I edit that video, and it'll take me just about all day. Smallest mountain I've ever skied, either Big Bear in California or Eagles Point. Eagles Point in Utah had like 4 lifts on it. Those are pretty small mountains. How many days you got this year? To be honest, I don't know. I kind of stopped keeping track. I think I'm over 50 days. I'm pretty sure I'm over 50 days. But I really have no idea. And when I started this year, I was like, I was gonna make like a whiteboard and tally off each day. But like, yeah, I don't know. I love the Aspen video. I was just there after you, and I got my first true powder day. You should come back and rip up Ajax. I always enjoy watching your adventures. Thank you, Matt. Glad you had a good day out there, my friend. Aspen was super rad. Hope you are feeling better. I am feeling better. But yeah, getting hungry. If he's getting stretch pants, heck yeah. I think Snow Basin's super rad. They have a lot of good vert. The strawberry side is fun when it's open. John Paul is really cool. Definitely a mountain worth going to. Are you Armada sponsored? I am not sponsored by Armada. The only company I would slightly claim that I, quote, am sponsored by is Zipline, the company that gives me my goggles and my poles. But other than that, sponsorship means what? They give you a free piece of equipment. But Zipline, they don't pay me to use their gear. You know, I'm not like getting paid money each month to use their stuff. So I think that word gets thrown around very lightly, but that is the only company that actually has given me free gear. Everything else I've paid for. How do you feel about interchangeable lens goggles? I think interchangeable lens goggles are a must. I think so many companies make magnetic lenses that I think it's worth the investment. I mean, I couldn't imagine not being able to change my lenses or having to go through a bunch of steps to change out my lenses. So I'm always using different lenses. So yeah, I think it's a great investment to make. Coldest temperature ever skied in? Probably like 5 degrees I would say. Nothing like super cold. If it gets that cold, I'm just, yeah, probably just not going to go out. The interview of you did your father inspired me to quit drinking. Love that crazy man percent. I'm glad to hear that, man. For 2024. Really glad to hear that. Congratulations. What skis were you on today's video, Jupiter Bowl? I was on Armada White Walker 121s. This is how you know if you have an accent. Try saying dog or coffee. Then I can tell. Dog, coffee. Dog. Coffee. Take the damn dog out after my cup of coffee. Dog, coffee. The dry air up at elevation is also making your throat drier. You and everyone need a humidifier when up there, especially when sick. Yeah, I'm pretty screwed for tonight. I need to find some resources. Honestly, I could just use some tea. Maybe the restaurant downstairs has some tea. Is it worth the trip from Denver to Aspen for 2 days? I think so. What is it, 4 hours from Denver? Or is it longer? I think it's about 4. I think Aspen's really rad. I mean, Aspen Snowmass is a huge mountain. I mean, you could spend easily 2 days just at Aspen Snowmass. I think so. I mean, I don't know what your circumstances are, but why not? When I had a day job and was doing this, I drove out to Aspen from Utah just for the weekend. It took me like 7 hours. Add these trips to your calendar. Crested Butte and San Juan trip in March and Angel Fire in June. Are you better than Hot Dog Hans? I heard he called you out. I think you're totally making that up. But no, I'm not better. That dude's he's like a gold medalist half-pipe skier. Alex Ferreira or whatever. I hope he didn't call me out because that's just... What did I do? Even just being able to take your lenses off to wipe is super helpful. Very true, Justin. Yeah, I think being able to take your I couldn't imagine using goggles without interchangeable lenses. Test for the Utah accent is say creek, mountain, and roof. All right. Where are you at right now? I'm up at the Cliff Lodge at Snowbird. They are closing the road tonight at midnight, I think, reopening at 8:30 or something for avalanche control. So, pretty cool little room up here. I don't think I've never stayed up here. I've rarely ever even been in the cliff. So they have little ski lockers downstairs where you put all your gear, and then a bunch of restaurants. It's kind of like its own little place up here. What do you consider a POW day? Honestly, I don't need much to make it a POW day. 3 inches? I know you get 3 inches. POW day. Favorite lip balm? Burt's Bees. I'm sure it's going to not be able to travel. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do miss the traveling side of what I do. I mean, there's pros and cons to both, but the traveling is so stimulating. It's so cool going to new places, seeing different mountain ranges. So I'm trying not to fight it too much. I'm like, maybe this year is just the year where I really hone into my skiing a little bit more, really ski Little Cottonwood as much as I can. But I definitely miss what I did last year. I mean, there'll be some more traveling coming up, so I'm not like, yeah, it's not like the season's over with. So what do you carry with you while skiing? I really just carry camera gear. Yeah, it's all camera gear. I don't have anything fancy. Typically my camera's in my bag, some GoPro accessories. Do you listen to music while skiing? No, I do not. I like to be able to hear. Yeah, I like to be able to hear the snow, my skis, other people. I just feel like I'm more immersed in the experience, and that's just me. I used to when I was younger, but when I started doing more solo stuff, I liked skiing without music. Possible country club. Possible. I don't. I mean, unless we get dumped tonight, which we're only supposed to get 3 to 5 inches. I just think they're doing some additional safety stuff, so I think they'll open up on time. People will be up here, but we have step 1. You ever been to Interlodge? No, but interestingly, this room was supposed to be used Saturday night. This weekend, because of the storm, Snowbird and Elta were in Interlodge for about 36 hours. So had I taken that room, I would have been interlodged from Saturday to, I think it was like Monday maybe. But I saw the winds, I saw everything. I was like, let me move this reservation because I don't really want to be. And I was sick then. It was even worse than I am now. So I was like, I don't want to be stuck in Snowbird Lodge. So, but no, I've never done it. One week to my Brett Keystone Vale trip. What room number? Sending Skrippas, says Dakota. I don't know what Skrippas is. Strippas. Bring him through. I've been down in emergency, Matt. Past 2 days I've been taking, or 3 days I've been taking emergency. Run out of the bar at 71. I'm sure they can. Is that where we're going to dinner? 71. We're gonna go to dinner at that 71 place. So I do think that's a place. Yeah, I need some hot water, some tea. Do they have a sauna here? Maybe a sauna would. A sauna. You sing while you ski, though, Lucas. Heard that. I do sing when I ski, definitely. I ski when I'm nervous, when I'm skiing, and I ski when I'm having fun. More often when I'm nervous, because I'm trying to distract myself of being nervous. Do you think you'll be going to Breckenridge? Probably not. I don't really see myself going to Summit County again this year. It would be cool to return to Breck. You see some. I saw that. I saw the little avalanche on the road. That's kind of crazy. It's not really crazy, to be honest. I mean, but yeah, I was surprised. Little Conwood, the drive up was very nice. I don't think it's snowing out right now. I had this sick tail now because I had a coach that sucked, had gnarly body aches and chills, so tired. Yeah, that's kind of what this is. I don't really have aches and chills, but man, I just feel like I get very tired quickly. Maybe I'm just getting old. That's probably what that is. Okay, hitting Grand Target tomorrow. Gonna be sick. Nice, man. Target is dope. Up top by the pool. There's a sauna by the pool. Would that be good? Should I go in a sauna? I thought they close at 10. The sauna is part of the spa. What the heck? Morning. Tomorrow morning I'm skiing POW. Tomorrow morning I'm getting first tram. What do you prefer, Snow Basin or Snowbird? Snowbird for sure. Snowbird is my favorite mountain of all the mountains. What's up, Ben? Shorehouse finally caught alive. Let's go. 90% sure the sun's up by the pool. Where's the best place to eat at Park City? Boneyard. Confirm?
For dinner, I'd say for sushi, Yukiyama. I like Twisted Fern, but for something cheaper, Boneyard.
Boneyard.
For me.
Whole lot of talk just to say Boneyard.
Some people like food.
Have you ever been to Red Mountain in British Columbia? I've not been to Red Mountain. Looks really rad though. I have Interlodge at Elta for 36. Yeah, I think Interlodge would be cool like one time. And it kind of depends. I feel like I'd rather Interlodge up at the cliff because it's just bigger. There's like more to do. But I don't think I'd want to necessarily be like, when was it? Last April they were Interlodge for like 5 days. Like, dude, I feel like I go crazy. See you, Regina. Thank you so much for being here. Be safe with your travels. Thanks for taking the time to stop by. I know it's a whole different time zone for you, Regina, but thank you so much. What's up, DC? Hello, hello. See you, Troasm. Try steam room, not dry sauna. Face mask also work in desert right now will work for you too. You caught a virus and you need lots of sleep to get better. Dang. I know, it's probably the worst time to catch a cold because I feel like, you know, I have a duty to ski the storm. But I do feel like I just need to sleep for like 5 days, but... Are you and Jonathan Buckhouse good friends? I wouldn't say we're like good friends, but we've definitely made some little collaborations together. We typically run into each other early season in Colorado. But I do like Jonathan a lot. He's a very nice guy. His trams and gondolas are the spot for clothes. Yeah. Especially the bird tram, dude. Like, there were so many of us. Every tram ride, I was literally my nose up against the glass. I just couldn't even move. Like, I couldn't even pull my phone out if I wanted to. I was just slammed against that freaking glass. But it was dope. That's why I love the bird. I love the tram energy. I love everyone just like wait in line, go through the gate. You got like your squad of 110 people. You all load in the tram. Music starts playing. They always play like some gnarly rock music, which I love. Then the announcement comes on. You get up there. You see the view. You see the wind, whatever it is. Announcement stops. Open up the doors, and it's go time. I love that. Wish I could just like bottle that up, inject into my bloodstream. The Vans is also good. The Vans is good. I think the Vans is like the best pizza in Park City. So it really depends. I mean, Boneyard has good pizza as well. It really depends kind of what you're looking for. Boneyard's kind of a little bit of everything. Other than sushi. What? Fun vibe. Yeah, if your vibe is always standing and never having a seat, no parking, driving around the block 16 times just to run in and grab your pizza, that's a fun vibe. Yeah, Luke, I'm planning a trip to Mount Sutton in Quebec. Their trail map's 45% glazed. It sounds like a fun mountain, dude. I love skiing trees. Buoy popped to 24 feet. It's going to be a sick few weeks. Really? I thought, I mean, maybe this just happened, but I read that the rest of January is going to be kind of dry. But that's sweet. What's up, Jacob Petty? Big fan. Thank you, man. Drink a lot more water. Take zinc. Yeah, we do need to fill up all these waters. I just need to go to sleep. Congrats on 65,000 subs. Thank you. Appreciate that. As much as Lucas hates on the East Coast, I do think he wouldn't hate Killington and Stowe. Everything else he'd probably hate. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to like hate on the East Coast. I think the East Coast is a beautiful area, especially in the summertime. The Finger Lakes, all that sort of stuff. The Adirondacks, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, all that stuff. And I don't even think the terrain is necessarily bad on the East Coast. My issue with the East Coast is the consistency of the snow, and I don't think anyone can fault me for that. I'm not saying the East Coast doesn't get snow, but the next day it's going to be 45 degrees and rain, and it's all going to either go away or just turn to ice. So I think the terrain, I don't necessarily have a problem with anything in the East other than the snow. It just doesn't snow. That's the reality of it. What's up, Oscar? I want to ski tomorrow. Don't you have school tomorrow, my friend? Lots of room on the Big Sky tram yesterday. Are they going with A-Bank on this season? I hope so. I really hope so. Once again, at the Prep Resort I work at tomorrow, some small Ontario shit, but still cool, you know? Hell yeah, man. Skiing. Enjoy. It's not even just the snow, it's the elevation as well. People don't get these mountains base higher. Mountains base higher than the East Coast summits. That's true. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. The whole elevation. I mean, honestly, Utah's low, relatively speaking. Like, top of Snowbird's like 11,000 feet. You go to Colorado, you're up at 12. Even closer to 13,000 feet. I think I speak for the squad and said thank you for the stream. It always makes for a great Wednesday evening. Thanks, buddy. Get well. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, streams. I try streams and I have a few non-negotiables in my life in general, and the live stream every Wednesday is kind of one of them, especially during the ski season. But I kind of always, I mean, I brought the gear in here. You know, yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. I wouldn't do it without you guys. So. You should ski the fingers at Palisades. You should ski the fingers at Palisades. I don't want to see his fingers at Palisades. Get yourself some oregano oil. Kick that cold ass. I've been using it for years. Oregano oil. Huh. Yeah, I feel like I had some better self-care this past few nights. I had like this nice little tea recipe I put together. Did I say pea or tea? I think I said pea recipe. Tea recipe.
Yeah, tea recipe.
Oh my god.
Is it tea?
Tea. Okay, good. If not right in the storm, it gets washed away the next day. Yeah, it just makes it tough, and that's what I said. Like, I don't think the terrain is necessarily bad. It's not like I don't think that the lifts, the infrastructure. It's just the snow, unfortunately. How many more do you have at Snowbird? I have a season pass at Snowbird. If that's what you're referring to, Oscar. So I have unlimited days. I only have 3 days left to Elta though. So people have asked me why I haven't made more videos at Elta. I just don't have a ton of days, and I'm kind of like I could go 1 January, 1 February, 1 March, but I'm kind of waiting for a little bit even better. I'm glad I didn't use an Elta day with this recent storm because the storm really wasn't necessarily that great. But yeah, 3 days left to Elta, unlimited to Snowbird. My dad's pulled me out of school so I can get skiing. Always get smarter, especially in math while skiing 100%. You can try eating a spoonful of horseradish and that'll clear your sinuses. I really appreciate the remedies. I just feel like I'm rather limited right now. But I'm going to go down to the restaurant or whatever after this, and hopefully they'll either stay away from me because I don't want to get sick, or they'll try to help me out. You're so lucky to have a sweetie with you. I am pretty lucky to have a sweetie with me. Tara's a trooper. It's Tara's first Snowbird day tomorrow, so I'd be pretty honest with her. Like, look, this is where the lifts are. Have fun. Tell me about it when you get done. She's on her new Armada 106s, so might be her first POW day at the Bird tomorrow. You think Utah's low? Whistler's like 7.5. Yeah. Whistler's another one where it's like it'll rain on the base, then by the time you get up to the top, it's snowing. But yeah, Whistler, a lot of the stuff in the Pacific Northwest is low also. And British Columbia in general. I think Kicking Horse is low as well. Fourfleet and Crested Butte, the good stuff open. Nice, man. Nice, sounds good. Yeah, the fingers are sketchy. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you need a lot of snow to actually ski the fingers at Palisades. Yeah, what snow quality is 3,500. Yeah, it's very low elevation in Pacific Northwest, which is one of the reasons why they have a little bit wetter snowpack. Watch your videos every day. Keep it up. Nacho Skier, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's kick this up a notch. Get Tara in the stream. Maybe we'll put a Tara special at the end. She's literally sitting there watching the stream on her phone, which I think is so weird.
It's fun because I get to read it before you do.
No, I read them right here. Jay just said you'll be fine. Little nervous, guys, not gonna lie. Just send it. This chip's the only easy slope at Snowbird. You'll enjoy Mineral Terra. I see them all real time. With the last storm, we just got a snowpack up to average. I just wait just a little bit. Build up that suspense. Why isn't he answering me? Oh my god. He skipped over my comment. How much season passes to anything do you have? I have an Icon Pass, I have an Epic Pass, I have a Snowbird Season Pass, and I have an Indie Pass. Those are the passes that I have. So technically my only Season Pass is really to Snowbird. Have you taken any Avi courses? No, I have not, Marissa. The only Avalanche knowledge I have is the little briefings they give you before cat skiing or heli skiing, but I've never taken an Avi 1 or anything like that. Elizabeth Alto with Levi is all right. Nice. Stoked you went with Levi. I mean, it's good. It's just the storm was a very wind-heavy storm. Put some vodka in that blue Gatorade. Damn, Bon, that's crazy. If I put any amount of vodka, I would not be getting up tomorrow to go skiing.
It'd scare your cough away.
It would?
Yeah.
Is that what vodka does? Snowbird virginity, says Chen. Damn. You'll be fine. Is Chips the only easy slope at Snowbird? I mean, I think there's some easy stuff off Baby Thunder and maybe Wilbur, like Big Emma. Chips is honestly, I don't want to say it's necessarily easy. Like, if you're a beginner skier, Chips might be a little bit intimidating. But it's, yeah, there's not a ton of, like, intermediate beginner stuff, but I heard Mineral's not going to open tomorrow. Mineral hasn't opened since the storm. I don't think it's going to open tomorrow. So yeah, I guess we got to find out where to send Tara tomorrow. Maybe like Gadzoom or Midgad, whatever that lift is, Gadzoom. I've not watched Soul of LT yet, Jared. Maybe I'll watch that tonight in the hotel room. That'll be nice. I want to watch a paintball movie.
Oh my gosh. Up at Snowbird and you want to watch a paintball movie.
Yes. Hope you feel 100% tomorrow for a great day. I probably won't feel 100%, but I'll feel 100% enough in the morning on that stoke for like 3-4 hours to ski, and then I'm more concerned with the dig out that I'm gonna have to do with the van. Up to average. One storm did it. Yeah. I agree, man. It's like we were below average or whatever, and then one storm, and now I think Utah's above their average snowfall or whatever now. Not by a lot. Tara is the rock of this organization. You know, man, it's like everything I do, I get kicked to the curb so incredibly quickly around here. It's incredible. It's like you think I'd have some merit or some ground around here, but it's like I'm essentially nothing. What's up, Zach? Jayski says, witness me. When do you want to Mammoth this year, Lucas? I don't know. I gotta go soon, though. Of the three, do you prefer Vale, Breck, or Keystone? I would probably have to go with Breckenridge. Breck, Vale, and Keystone. I don't really love Keystone. Breckenridge has some pretty gnarly terrain, albeit not like super crazy, but I think Breck has the most variety. Vale, in my opinion, has a lot of terrain, but it's just a little bit more mild across the board. You got the epic Palisades Sugar Bowl is every bit as good as a finger at Squaw without the hype. Dude, the Palisades at Sugar Bowl is insane. When I looked at that terrain, I didn't even think that was skiable. I got the epic, everything's just so expensive on the ski industry. It is, yeah. I think having a big pass is the way to go. Depending on where you're at, I guess. You inspire us. God bless you, bro. Marissa, thank you very much. Notice me, senpai. Eric, your name is literally on the stream. I know Eric's name is probably forever sitting up there. You hydrate and drink at the same time, never a hangover. Damn, Bon, that's crazy. How long did it take you to progress into skiing Black Diamonds? To be honest, I don't even know. Black Diamonds, I mean, I was probably skiing them when I was pretty young. I've just been skiing for so long, and I tried to reiterate this in these streams because, I don't know, sometimes you can watch the videos, you know. I've just been skiing for very, very long, so I think if anyone in here has been skiing for 25 years, it would be the same thing for them. So if you've only been skiing for 5 years or 8 years or 10 years, just know that I've been skiing a very long time. It's almost second nature a lot of times for me now. Do you think Park City will open Condor? I don't know. Probably not. At least not with another storm. That face gets so sun baked that it really needs a lot of snow to be open safely. GAD 2, I think GAD 2 could be good. I'm afraid some of GAD 2 might be a little bit too intense for Terra. I think you should go to GAD 2. I think you should go on the tram and rip Great Scott lap 1 with me.
I don't even know what that.
You don't know what that means. I think Terra should do a Great Scott. Can you deepen the V in your shirt, please? It's technically a scoop neck, okay? Scoop neck. But this shirt's so old that it's just got so stretched out. But yeah, I can go all the way down if you really want me to. Snowbird put up some pics of the tunnel the minute I had a bunch of snow there. I saw that, dude. Like, the whole tunnel was just, like, snowed in. So when are you going to return to Elta? I only have 3 days left to Elta. Or I don't want to say only. I have 3 days to Elta. So I'm just being a little bit more sparing with my days. If I were to use one of the days now, I'd have 2 days left. And that just doesn't seem like a lot for the rest of the year. They opened Summit Bowl behind Summit House. On Monday, man, want a snow trap easily over 2 feet of blower. Summit Bowl on Summit House. Eric with the 513. Appreciate you, Eric. All the times come here now, but they're gone. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor to the wind, the sun, or the rain. We can be like they are. Those sound like some sort of music lyrics, and I don't know what they're to. What? Do you know what they're to? Waiting for my Stoke Squad merch to come. Heck yeah, Oscar. I think it shipped. I think I saw that it sent out. What up? I want to head to Aspen next weekend. I think you should. I mean, Highlands is very steep. I think if you want just some steep vertical, Highlands is where you want to go. Aspen Snowmass is bigger terrain, or Snowmass, I guess. Has a little bit more of everything. So that's what I would do. Between Terra and Regina, you're SOL, bro. Stoked to be soon repping the Stoke Squad stickers. Oscar, I sent those out as well, so those should be arriving hopefully by the end of this week, I would think. I'm inner Tacoma tonight at Stevens. Damn, what do you mean you're inner Tacoma? Chris with the 1999. For tea to get a drink tomorrow while you shred. I can't wait to hear about T's Pow Day. Open Snow says Snowbird's at 97% of average seasonal snow total for this time. Okay, 97%. Where are you going tomorrow? I'm going to Snowbird tomorrow. Spent the whole winter of 16-17 exploring Palisades Sugar Bowl. So much fun and so scary. Dude, the terrain up there in that area, like the Truckee, you know, North Tahoe area, no joke. This is my only 8th year, and I feel good for how good I am double blacks at 10. I think my opinion is good. Yeah, if you've been skiing since you were 2 years old, you're going to be great. You know, just keep at it, man. Just have fun. I've been skiing 47 years, and I'm 50. Damn, John, that's the way to go. You've been skiing your whole life. Hopefully soon on Condor. I think you should ski all day with her, says Eric. I'm down to do that. Last time we skied together, it got a little interesting. Cameras had to turn off. So, do you guys want a video or? Yeah, I got it. I gotta come through with a video. Thoughts on Season and Chiodos. Dude, Season is one of my all-time favorite bands. Chiodos I was into when I was younger. I haven't really listened to much Chiodos anymore. But Season, dude, I listen to Season, I want to say every day, no joke. The Italian selling of Riz. You have a sweater on under the shirt. Yeah, you could say that. Summit Bowl's all the cliffs next to Blue Slip. I was going to ask what Summit Bowl actually was, because I don't feel like I've ever really known. I just thought that was all kind of Blue Slip Bowl, but that stuff's steep over there. You should definitely ski with her all day, bro. But what if it's a POW day? You guys not want me to ski POW?
They're really giving up a lot.
That's what I'm saying. You guys want POW or? Tara's gonna pull the V-neck down and rub some Vicks on that Robin Williams chest. Yeah, it's gonna be that time where I gotta shut the stream off because good thing Levi's not in here because that would just get really out of hand. Doesn't need any layers with that rugged chest hair. My God. You at the Cliff Lodge, Zach? I am. Yes, I'm at the Cliff for the night. Pretty sweet. Your videos are the best. Thanks for putting in the time to make great content for us. Also, Spencer. Spencer, thank you, man. It's my pleasure. It is my honor. It's my civic duty. Thank you for watching them. When do you plan on visiting Snow Basin again? Probably next week, to be honest. Next week is going to be my northern Utah sort of trip. Powder Mountain, Snow Basin. You're going to be at Colorado Resort Saturday. I'm not. No Colorado Saturday. Ever tried snowboarding? I have not, James. Never tried snowboarding. GG Shotguns. Very soon, Matt. Very, very soon. About that time. Ski with Tara. Just bought tickets for Sum 41's last concert ever. Damn, dude. That's sick. Levi and I caught the ballroom rope drop yesterday. I saw the Elta post. That looked pretty good. I've ever sent it back in any park tricks. I have not, Noah. Noah Westfall. I have not, man. Tara definitely knows how to operate ski. Maybe she can teach me how to operate ski and I'll help her ski. Pow Mau before it goes semi-private this year. Yeah, definitely. Definitely be Pow Mau. Pow before host is Eric. Interesting. On my first ski club trip tomorrow, I'm not very comfortable on harder terrain. What? Because it's my only theory. I'm not that good. My advice, without knowing much about you and harder terrain, my biggest thing that I see people struggle with is their hands. And so if you can keep your uphill hand reaching down the hill, punching down the hill, in my opinion, that's the single best technique to help you ski the terrain. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get in the back seat because your hands are gonna drop, and then you're gonna fall. You're gonna get all your weight shifted back. You want to stay centered on your skis, balance, and by keeping your hands up, punching down the hill, without like really, telling you much more than that. In my opinion, that's the best advice I can give you: is keep your hands up in front of you, reaching down the hill. You're getting killed by the roast. I know, it's usually what happens. We want to see the Tara ski content. I know, Tara's really the only one who hasn't been on my mom's been on, Joe's been on. How about you go ski and Tara films her day? Wow. You know what? At this point, no one gets a video. These are ungrateful, okay? I'm gonna go rip the sickest pow day of my life and just not show anyone. Stoke is high for the GG pick. Haven't seen the pillow in a while. Much more watchable than the faff that Lewis post. Let's do a meetup at Vail. The official meetup is March 9th and 10th. At I'm trying to get the photo. At Solitude and Park City. Park City and Solitude. See you, Dana. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Sleeping in the Tacoma for the first chair. Can you sleep in the parking lot up there at Stevens, or where do you got to sleep? Or like, I know in Pacific Northwest they had a lot of those park and ride things. Any recommendations for ski beginners? Ski beginners, if you're a beginner skier. I mean, I think beginner skiers. I mean, it's important to have fun. I think it can be easy to ruin the experience by getting in over your head. Then you don't like it. Then you don't go back. I think skiing is a long, it's a long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So really buying into it and enjoying it is the secret to being able to do it for your whole life. So if you're a beginner, take it easy, have fun. But just understand that your weight distribution is kind of everything in skiing. It kind of really dictates, are you on the edge of the ski? Are you not on the edge of the ski? So just be very cognizant of kind of where you're putting your weight and where you seem to be finding your weight ending up. It's going to be very easy to get in the back seat. And then when you're in the back seat, you're not really in control of the skis. I think a lot of people say, press, shins forward, right? Get on the front of the boot. And that's true, but really you want to be centered on the skis. You don't necessarily want to be like coming off the front, right? Like you always you want to be in a neutral position so then you can sort of adjust from there, if that makes sense. But yeah, hands is a big thing. See you, Zach. Thank you, man. Dakota says 420. I appreciate you, Dakota. Camping lot at the resort. Parallel turns as a beginner. To be honest, I can't help you with that. I don't even know. As a beginner, I feel like as a beginner, what they teach you to go parallel turns is to snow plow, and then like you take your uphill leg and you kind of step it in to your downhill leg, and then you kind of come across the hill, then you snow plow again, and then you do the same thing. You take that what was the downhill leg, step it into the uphill leg, or now the new downhill leg, if that makes sense. And that'll get you the feeling of sort of linking turns together. But that's where the weight distribution is so important, because when you're skiing and when you are when you're really on your edge, you should literally be just about 100% on that downhill ski. And so when I'm carving, I can take my uphill ski and essentially lift it off the ground. So that's why sometimes when you do ski instructors and ski drills, you do one-footed turns, because really your downhill leg should have all that weight when you're making that carve. So your uphill leg you can lift it up off the ground. So a parallel turn is actually very simple, because once you get the weight on a downhill ski, you can essentially lift up that uphill leg and put it right next to the downhill leg. So a lot of the A-frame sort of talk that people discuss about is honestly solved by just pulling that heel up and putting it next to your foot, because there's no weight on that uphill leg anyways. Hard to just talk about over a live stream, and I'm just not a good teacher of the stuff that I do, but there's some great ski channels of like actual instruction and like proper technique. So okay, let's get some of this stuff going. I want to do image, because then I can go eat dinner. Dinner. Damn, here it is in all its glory. hope that beeping is a plow. Okay. And that's also really why I just don't share, you know, information on technique and whatnot, because it's just something I don't really want to go down. The Garage Gang photo. At this point, if you are a minor or if you are someone under the age of 14 and a half, go to bed. The stream is no longer rated for you, and it's no longer family friendly. This is the Garage Gang. If you don't know who the Garage Gang is, you know, that's just the way it goes. I'm going to load up. We do have a Stoke shotgun tonight, I believe. We do have one Stoke shotgun. What if I'm 14 and a quarter? What did I say the age cutoff was? Yeah, you gotta go to bed. Get out of here, Walton. I know you're not 14 and a quarter, but... What up, Levi? Phone's about to die. Live from the Brighton Lodge now. Oh, better late than never. Damn, this is some commitment. Let's take a look here at the Garage Gang photo real quick. Let's dissect before we jump into our Stoke shotgun. We got Dakota front center. I mean, we got to give it up to Dakota. I mean, have you seen any better commitment than Dakota? I mean, he is every single week, barring basically a freaking detrimental hurricane, he is here, he is front and center. I mean, it really doesn't get... It's incredible. I mean, not even just for this, just the commitment in general. That's pretty insane. Seems like we got a very low-key but original squad. We got Matt. Who's the homie? I don't know who the homie is with the mask on. There we go. I'm front and center. We got the pillow. We got the tire from Sebring still up there. Rasta Banana. You at the Cliff Lodge. I am at the Cliff. Unreal Garage Gang photo, love it. Garage Gang calendar's coming soon. Now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm airdropping. The Stoke shotgun. Why was it canceled? Bro, just give it to me, dog. Wait. Okay, we got it. All right, guys. Stoke shotgun.
Reporting live from Brighton, night skiing.
From Brighton.
Stoke shotty. Lucas, we need you out here, man, for a night sesh, okay?
Let's go. What a way to end the stream.
Oh, no.
with the ski pole. We love to see it.
Fuck me, dude.
I gotta watch this myself.
Reporting live from Brighton, night skiing. Stoke Shoddy. Lucas, we need you out here, man, for a night sesh, okay? Oh no. Oh, fuck me, dude. Reporting live from Brighton, night skiing. Stoke Shoddy. Lucas, we need you out here, man, for a night sesh, okay? Oh no. Oh, fuck me, dude. Reporting live from Brighton, night skiing. Stoke Shoddy. Lucas, we need you out here, man, for a night sesh, okay? Oh no. Oh, fuck me, dude.
Oh, we're muted. No way. Oh, we were muted the whole time. Well. Anyways, I was just saying, I'm up here at Snowbird. I'm going to try to see some POW tomorrow. I'm going to get off. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. Peace out. Check out the video today. Good night. Say good night.